All right, let's jump right in. Have you ever really stopped to think about what the foundation of your entire life is built on? I mean, every single thing you do, every result you get, it all starts in one place, your mind. It's kind of wild, but your thoughts literally create your reality. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can take the steering wheel. And this quote, man, it just cuts through all the noise, doesn't it? We get so caught up thinking that success is about luck or talent or being in the right place at the right time. But this idea says, nope, the real difference maker is how you use your mind. The truth is, most of us just let our minds run on autopilot. We're not even aware that we're just replaying the same old patterns that are either moving us forward or, more often, holding us back. So, this really boils down to one simple, but honestly pretty powerful question you have to ask yourself. Is your mind your biggest ally, actively working to build the life you want? Or is it maybe your own worst enemy, stuck on a loop replaying failures and constantly pointing out all your limitations? Because the second you can answer that honestly, that's when everything can start to change. Okay, section 1. Let's really dig into this first big idea, that fundamental link between what's going on inside your head and what you see in the world around you. Let's get into how your thoughts truly, literally create your reality. This slide just lays it out so clearly, right? It's like two different operating systems for life. On one side, you have people who are actively training their minds. They're like pilots in the cockpit, deciding where to focus, turning challenges into opportunities. And on the other side, you have the mind that's just running on autopilot, defaulting to old failures, focusing on all the problems, and living in fear and doubt. Where you focus your mind, that directly creates the results you get. It's unavoidable. And here's how it all connects. It's like a domino effect, and it's so simple but so powerful. Think about it. If your thinking is full of doubt, your actions are going to be timid, right? And those timid actions turn into weak habits, which, guess what, lead to lousy results. But flip that. If your thinking is disciplined and focused and powerful, your actions become confident, your habits become strong, and your results, well, they start to speak for themselves. Okay, so we get the why. We see the connection. But the big question is, how do we actually change it? How do we take control? That's what this next section is all about. It's time to talk about rewiring your internal software. And what's amazing is how simple this process really is. It's not complicated. It's just 3 steps. Step 1 is just awareness. That's it. Just start listening to that voice in your head without judging it. Just notice what it's saying. Step 2 is reframing. You start to question those automatic negative thoughts. You challenge them. And step 3 is repetition. This is where you install the new beliefs by consistently, day after day, feeding your mind what you want it to believe. And this right here, this is the secret sauce for that whole reframing thing. Most of us go through life believing every single thought that pops into our head is a fact. But it's not. A thought is just a thought. It's a pattern, an old habit of the mind. And the best news in the world is that any pattern can be broken and any habit can be changed. You get to write a new story. Here's a great way to think about it. Your subconscious mind is basically like a computer's operating system. It's just running programs in the background, programs you probably didn't even know were there. And if those programs are full of viruses like, I'm not good enough, it's going to affect everything. But the best part? Just like a computer, you can install new software. You can literally delete the old, buggy programs and install new, empowering ones through things like affirmations and visualization. All right, so once we start rewiring the inside, we've got to turn our attention to the outer world. How do you actually master your actions in the heat of the moment? Well, it all comes down to 2 key things, your emotions and your discipline. Most people feel like their emotions are just things that happen to them, like the weather. But that's not the whole story. The pros know there are 3 levers you can pull to take control. First, your focus. Simple rule. Whatever you focus on, you feel. Period. Second, your physiology. Your body and mind are locked together. Stand up tall, pull your shoulders back, and just try to feel depressed. You can't. And third, you choose your meanings. Nothing that happens has any meaning except the meaning you give it. So that brings up a huge question, right? What happens on those days when you just don't feel like it, when the motivation's gone? Well, that's where discipline steps in. Discipline has nothing to do with motivation or how you feel. It's about commitment. It's about the promise you made to yourself, and it's the engine that pushes you forward even when your feelings are screaming at you to stop. And this quote just nails it. It's the perfect way to think about it. You can have the greatest thoughts, the most powerful mindset on the planet, but if you don't have that bridge, those thoughts just stay in your head. They're just dreams. Discipline is what actually carries those thoughts across into the real world and turns them into accomplishments. And that leads us right into our final section. And honestly, this is where the rubber meets the road. Because a great mindset is absolutely worthless if it doesn't lead to one thing: action. Relentless, consistent action. This is where so many people get tripped up. They get stuck in analysis paralysis. They think and they plan and they research and they wait for the perfect moment to feel ready. But the people who actually get things done, they know a secret. Clarity doesn't come from thinking more. It comes from doing. You act your way into the answer. Momentum is everything. So what does that look like in practice? Here's the game plan, step by step. First, act fast. Kill that hesitation before it kills your momentum. Second, break it down. Big goals are overwhelming. Focus on the small thing you can do today. Third, and this one is a total game changer, you have to use failure as feedback. Every mistake is just data. It's a lesson. And finally, stay relentless. At the end of the day, the people who win are simply the ones who are willing to get back up one more time than everyone else. I want us to just completely flip the script on failure for a second. It's not the opposite of success. It is not the enemy. In fact, it's a critical, necessary part of success. Every time you fail, you're learning something. You're getting stronger. You're one step closer. So don't fear it. Welcome it. It's just a stepping stone on the path. And this final idea, this brings everything full circle. See, success isn't really something you chase down. It's not out there somewhere. It's something you attract by the person you decide to become on the inside. When you master your thoughts, when you build discipline, when you take action, you become the kind of person that success is naturally drawn to. It's an inside-out job. So look, as we wrap this up, just remember, knowing all this stuff is great, but it's totally useless without action. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge, a question to take with you. What is that one thought, that one old story that's been holding you back that you are going to consciously decide to change starting today, right now?